Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the greatest recordings ever. And today we're talking about this one, which should come as no surprise to any of you. The Shostakovich Chamber Symphonies, all four of them, with Rudolf Barshai, the guy who invented them, with Shostakovich's permission, with the Chamber Orchestra of Europe. Absolutely marvelous, first class, fabulous work. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. In fact, it's an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous collection that should never be out of print. I hope it isn't. I think it probably is. And you also get with this 2-CD set the Kremerata Musica with Gideon Kramer doing the chamber reduced version of Shostakovich's Symphony No. 15, which actually works rather well. I tend not to like things like that. I don't see the point, but especially with the 15th Symphony, which is sort of like gloom and doom for the most part. But still, it's a very sensitive arrangement, wonderfully played. And you get the Schnittke Prelude in Memoriam Dmitri Shostakovich as well. So that's like a pretty good deal. Now, when this first came out, it's worth pointing out, what was the date of these things? 1990 and 1992, it looks like. Somewhere around there. The Shostakovich Chamber Symphonies were not as well known as they are now. Since then, there have been other recordings of all four of these things, particularly on bis. Rather wonderful performances. There are other fine performances of these. There were some on Chandos. There were others that were sort of hopping around and that were quite good, especially of the one that involves, Opus 110, which is the Eighth Quartet, which is, just a gut-wrenching piece, both in its string quartet version and as arranged for larger string orchestra. But these were set from, let's see, it tells us which ones they were. I believe, if I don't get this wrong, we have, let's see, okay, Opus 110. Oh, it doesn't tell us. Isn't that nice? Well, they are string quartets 4, let's see, 8, 10, 4, 5, 8, and 10. Maybe that's right. Let me see. Let's see. 110A is an arrangement of the 8th string quartet. There we go. So that one, yes, that's the 8th quartet. And then the other one I know is quartet number 10. Let's see here. This is having a look at the notes here, which an arrangement of the 10th quartet, and there we go. Then the other two are, let's see, the 3rd and 4th quartets. Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, and they're both wonderful. They're like symphonic. It's fantastic. They add woodwinds to the string ensemble, and in the 4th quartet, there's a range of percussion instruments, which I love percussion instruments, which makes it even more fun. Really. Now, Barshai, as you know, was friendly with the composer. He was conducted Shostakovich premieres of various things like the 14th Symphony. He was made an amazing Shostakovich cycle, which is available on Brilliant Classics. You don't get a better pedigree than you have with Barshai. He was also known, he was not a conductor of the, crazy, hairy, sweaty Russian fangs and claws variety. He was a conductor of great elegance and sophistication. He made his own version, a very, very strange and overscored version of Mahler's 10th Symphony. But he was a conductor who had a lot of style and suavité, which is actually really good in these chamber symphonies. He doesn't minimize, the bite, the angst, the hysteria, any of those things that you hear in, the Shostakovich's music generally. But these were originally string quartets, you remember, and these are chamber pieces. And he spent most of his time conducting the Moscow Chamber Orchestra when he was still living in Russia. So he was a conductor of refinement in a way, and he's perfect for this music. He really is. He does them as well as they have ever been done. And I just, like I said, if this ever goes out, if this is out of print or if it goes out of print, it's a crime against humanity. It really is. These are wonderful works. Shostakovich was absolutely right to let Barshai make his arrangements. They work fabulously well in this slightly enlarged medium. And gosh, this is just a great record. I mean, I listen to these all the time. They're fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.